Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Sarah Jane Reviews. I'm Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I'm reviewing the Sarah Jane Adventures, The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith. So, it's a two-part as always, and probably one of the best ones of this series. So, Sarah Jane is to marry the charming Peter Dalton, and is unsure how to break the news to her lifestyle, break the news of her lifestyle to him. She is annoyed when Rani and the boys discuss their suspicions of Peter because they have been to his house and found it empty, an engagement ring, and he has given her also his tragedy, has also given her also has, basically, I'm just getting a bit, basically, convinces her to try and move on from her life. And of course, when the big day comes, the wedding gets crashed by none other than the Doctor. Yes, David Tennant's 10th Doctor, crashes the wedding to stop it, only for the trickster to be at work. And of course, we then see the Doctor, Sarah, all in separate little pocket dimensions, pulled by the trickster, and we find out that Peter, he actually, had an accident where he fell down the stairs, but the trickster came to him, making a deal with him and pairing him with Sarah Jane, and he actually thinks, they are a good match. They are made for each other, but, he soon sees that, he has to correct things and make things right by withdrawing his agreement with the trickster, and that does away with him for a while. So what did I like about this one? Well, I liked Elisabeth Sladen in this. I liked the rest of the gang. Also liked the character playing Peter Dalton in it. What's his name? He's quite a well-known British actor, isn't he? What's his name? It's Nigel something. Let me just try and find him. That's it, Nigel Haves, who is a well-known British actor. But also, let's not forget the show stealer himself, David Tennant, playing the Doctor. This was after he wrapped up on his final specials for Doctor Who, and he just came back to reprise his role as the Doctor for this two-parter. I will say one negative is that we don't actually see the Doctor until the end of part one. Part one, it's like, focuses on that, and also with the preview we got of the Doctor in that clip from the next time bit, we only do see him in the closing moments of part one. But part two, he's in it proper. He's, helps out Luke, Rani, and Clyde, and tries to find a way to get back to Sarah and convinces Peter to do the right thing. And also we have our touching moments with, Sarah and the Doctor as they part ways once again. They even get, let Sarah and the gang have a good look around the TARDIS as well. And like I say, Doctor Who was on its gap year at that time, so David Tennant actually had the time to, do this two-parter, because he had only made about 4 episodes in 2009 for his final episodes. David Tennant, he was just so great as the Doctor at that time, and knowing that he was going to be leaving at the end of that year, it was good to see him again, still do his heroic stuff and save the day. And, it was fun to see him come out of the main show to be a supporting character in, the spin-off show, The Sarah Jane Adventures, which I don't think we'd seen before in a spin-off of Doctor Who. I mean, the Doctor was heavily hinted at in Torchwood, and we hear the sounds of the TARDIS at the end of Series 1, but never actually do see him. But in this, we see the Doctor himself, you know, all in all, in his charms and stuff, and you know, saving the day. So it was an alright 2-part. I will say that I was, you know, part 1 I was watching and hyping for the Doctor to appear, which he did do, but like I say, was in the final scene of part 1. But part 2, you know, we see him again full swing, and it's just fun. Yeah, it's a fun one. You know, it felt like the Sarah Jane Adventures, but also still felt like Doctor Who. But like I say, this time the Doctor was, you know, this wasn't his main show. He was like, you know, standing aside as the support character, and it was fun to see that. And of course, we would see the Doctor appear in the show again the following year, where it's now Matt Smith, and we'll eventually get to that at some point. But yeah, it was fun seeing that, and it's probably one of my favourite stories of, you know, because I was loving David Tennant at the time, still do, you know, and is one of my top favourite Doctors. So yeah, it was fun. So ratings, what will I get onto that? What I'll give performances. You know what? Oh yeah, before ratings, scratch that. I gotta mention the Trickster, who was a reoccurring villain at that point. Didn't have the Grask with him this time because Sarah and the gang managed to free the Grask from his debt to him. But the Trickster, you know, we now know that he is one of the pantheon of gods and is the god of traps. Knowing that now, I'm thinking, yeah, he does have godlike sort of reality bending powers, but still, he likes to bend reality and create alternate timelines where chaos unfolds, because that's like his food source. Excuse me. But yes, the Trickster, a good villain, and I'm thinking, was this the last time we see him? Well, for once he was wearing white and not black, and you know, Peter thought he was an angel, but we all know how menacing that being is, the Trickster. Hence his name, the Trickster. He tricks people and he traps them. That's why he's the god of traps. Okay, now to the ratings. Performances, I'll give them a 10, the writing a 9, the visuals an 8, and my personal, I'll give it a 10. Yeah, despite, you know, hardly seeing the Doctor in part 1, David Tennant makes it all worthwhile. So yeah, there you go. There is my review for this one. Have you seen this 2-parter? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description. So until next time, run for your life.